Okay, so let's explore an example. So let's create a new app and let's just say simple example. And let's make sure that we're on iPhone 13 mini. Let's organize things. Let's make sure our code works. And let's erase this. And let's have an icon of type string, for instance, our globe, and let title also be a string, and let description also be a string. And let's add the missing argument, so Control Option Command F, and let's say our icon is this globe, and this title is, say, welcome, and description, I don't know, how's it going? Okay. And now let's actually use this. Actually, maybe we could have a much longer description. Maybe we could do something like this, right? Some long, lengthy description. Okay? And actually, let's not overdo it. Let's just keep it like that. Okay, great. And let's change this to icon. And let's change the hello world to title. And let's also have the description, just something really initial, just to have something. Oh, and we're missing something here. Okay, so let's go back. I just didn't know what's wrong, so I'll copy this to our app over here. Okay, good. Now we can go back to the content view and continue to look at our example. And I just want us to create a nice looking view. So let's patiently wait for the preview. Okay, and that looks like something, not exactly amazing. So let's try to make it look just a little bit better. So first of all, let's add font.large title and font weight dot bold. And next thing I want to do, I want to put these two pieces of text in a VStack. Okay, great. And the next thing I want to do is apply a font, say title 3, and a font weight of semi-bold. And for the description, let's use a font of sub-headline. And actually, let's try to separate these a little bit. So let's put a spacer here and a spacer here. And the next thing I want to do, let's align this. And let's make this leading. And we could add some spacing. We could add some spacing here, or we could add some padding to the text. I think I'll add spacing. I just want to look at something real quick. Let's do VStack again. So we see spacing comes after alignment, right? I didn't remember that, so I just kind of quickly check that out. So spacing, let's do 50, which will be more than I want, I think. let's do 30. And I think that's okay. And what else could we do here? Okay, so we could put all of this in an H stack. Let's change the spacing to 10. And we could change the alignment in the H stack to the top. Okay, that looks all right. And we could change the spacing here to 0 or to 5. So we have some result that looks pretty nice, and really it depends if we want top over here or center. Let's embed this H stack in a V stack. Now let's fold the H stack and add a spacer. Okay, and we could add some padding to our V stack. Okay, and we have some example. Okay, alternatively, we could actually just have this going on in the preview, right? So what we could do is actually, let's return this to this setting, and let's rename the content view. Let's rename it, I don't know, icon text view. And then in the preview down here, we can embed this in a VStack and add some padding. Okay, we'll get the same effect as we had before. And yeah, let's create a new view. See, let's call this demo view. And actually, let's go back to the app and let's change this to demo view. So we'll call demo view. And for the demo view, let's just have say a VStack with a few of these icon text views. I put 3 in there. And I actually want to jump back to the icon text view. So let's jump to definition. And I want to remove the spacer over here. And what happens if we remove the padding? I prefer removing the padding here. So that way I allow the parent view to add padding if I want some padding. Okay, so if we go back to demo view, let's look at it now. Yeah, and I prefer that I add padding to the parent view. So the padding, just to give me just a little bit more control. And let's add spacing, 20 for instance. And instead of glow, let's have a person down here. And over here, let's have a circle.fill. Okay, and instead of hi, and this is, I don't know, a person. And just the description. And hello. Okay, and we can learn a lot from this. So we see that there's a lot of spacing over here in the H stack. So that means we should probably go back to our icon text view and review our code. So let's jump back to the definition. And within the H stack, we had a spacer. It was really unclear why we had a spacer over there. And we didn't notice it when we had a lot of code. So let's go back to the demo view and let's pin it. So then we can make changes to our icon text view. And I think this looks fine now. I think this looks fine. Okay, and within our demo view, maybe down here, you know, we'll add a spacer, for instance. Or maybe we'll have some more code. You know, it just depends really what we want. Okay, so this was just some example. For instance, up here I could have some text, the title. Okay, and have font dot large title and font weight dot bold, for instance. Okay, and maybe add a spacer over here. And we could put all of these in their own VStack. Or that would be maybe a natural thing to do. Okay, okay. So that's just an example. I could push it up a little bit with another spacer. Or put something under here. Okay, so that's just an example. Great. So have an amazing day.